McQueen Family Kitchen. We have a very, very special guest this morning. For all of you, please meet and give a very warm welcome to my sister, my broke-ass sister, Mallory. Woo!
I'm so happy to be here.
We are so happy to have you. I'm so excited to have you. Okay, so as per my last video, I talked about how you could get started eating vegetables. Like if you're trying to, get some veggies in, start a new diet, get on a health kick, start the new year off right with some resolutions. I talked about what you can do. And so now we are going to put those things into practice. Now, the funny thing is, Mallory hasn't seen the video and she doesn't know the rules. So we're going to go over it. So the first thing I said is not really a tip, but more so like a mindset is understand that you're probably not going to like it and we're just going to carry on anyway. Okay? Which I know sounds a little bit backwards.
Sounds terrible.
I know it sounds a little bit backwards, but if you go back and watch my video, I explained it. So hopefully just understand that, if it's something you don't like.
Come in with the right mindset.
Come in with the right mindset.
So it's going to be awful in advance.
It's going to be awful, but it's okay. It's awful, but we're going to try it anyway, right? It's awful, but
I don't believe that it's going to be awful.
Really? So, I didn't tell you guys what we're doing today. So, what I'm trying to get Aunt Mally to eat is some tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes that have been roasted in some things. And so, Mallory, do you like tomatoes?
I do not like tomatoes. I am a weird person when it comes to consistency.
Okay.
So, I actually don't like a lot of squishy things.
Okay.
I like, tomatoes, you bite into it and it like busts in your mouth. That sounds ridiculous. I like to control what...
Listen, there are some things that I do like that explode in my mouth, like gushers. Cherry tomatoes.
Agreed. I don't like things. I like to control.
It's just like, here's the deal with tomatoes, because do you eat grapes?
Okay, yes.
Tomatoes and grapes, I feel like, are the same consistency.
Okay, so it's a mental thing.
It's a mental thing. The thing
but
about
I like
tomatoes...
frozen grapes, and I like...
That's very fancy. So, I think the thing about tomatoes is they're red, and we associate red with sweet.
Danger.
Like, red is supposed to be good and delicious. Like...
Red number 5. Hot
red dye
Cheetos.
Number 5. Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Strawberries.
Starburst.
Yes, great.
That's
cherries.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
it's the mental thing with the color.
I think when you bite in this and it's like sour and acidic a little bit, you're like, nah, this ain't doing it for me.
I don't know if that's what it is, but tomatoes have like a lot of things working against them because they got the slimy insides and then they got the seeds.
Yes.
And they got the bust in your mouth
they
quality,
got the
which I told you that I don't even like.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try it.
So yes, so there we are. You're not gonna like it, but we're gonna try it. So it is a thing. Tip number 1 works. We're gonna try it. Okay. So the real tip number 1 or number 2, whatever numeral system you want to follow, is to put a reason behind why you're eating it. So Aunt Mally didn't get to choose why we're eating this, but I picked tomatoes because really I'm not that huge of a fan of tomatoes either. I eat them because they have lycopene in them. They have cancer fighting properties.
Okay.
They help.
Does anybody like tomatoes for the taste?
You know what? Yes, some people just
because
eat
I feel
a
like
cherry tomato.
How
some people just eat tomatoes.
You know how you have like a burger, and you're like no tomato, but they put tomato on it anyway because they always do that, right? And then I take the tomato off, but I can still taste the tomato, like the sauciness on the bread, and it doesn't taste bad.
Here's the thing: when I eat a hamburger and there's a tomato on it, and it's mixed in with all the other stuff, like I can get with that. I'm okay with that. If there's a couple of tomatoes on my salad, okay, I'll eat them. But it's because I put a reason to it. It's like, I'm eating this burger and it's good for you. I got a little bit of salad on my burger. Like, we'll just power through it, right? But for me to just eat it, like, do you want to just eat a cherry tomato by itself?
Not really.
Okay, so Aunt Melly, she didn't really get to choose, but the next tip was to put a reason to why you're eating this. So we're eating it because we want to be healthy. We want to have healthy insides and have good skin. And tomatoes do all these things and have lots of vitamins.
Okay, I'm with it.
So the next tip was to put it with something that you like. So if you're trying to get started in eating vegetables, I said, you don't have to just go hardcore and just eat the tomato. I will, but...
Is it delicious?
It's okay. You don't have to just eat it by itself and this be a meal, okay? The things that I got for Aunt Mally that I know she likes, okay? First of all, she's a French girl. Oui. So I sliced up some baguettes.
Like Oprah.
This is like straight from the store. Baguette.
I'm very excited.
Sliced perfectly. Okay, so there's that.
Great.
And next, what we have on the other plate is a pat of butter. So you can have some bread, some pain, and butter, and tomatoes. Okay. We can put that on top.
We're heading in a good direction.
Or if you're feeling spicy and fancy,
I love spicy.
We can have some significant spicy hummus that you can put on the bread and you can put on the tomato.
Okay.
And let me tell y'all something. We're going to be living our best lives in 2020, okay? I bought some cheese, du fromage. This is brie from the store. I don't know if you like brie, it's just cheese.
Sure.
That just felt extremely fancy to me to have French bread with cheese on it and tomatoes. Okay. That just felt like just an afternoon celebration that we could just sit and drink some Moscato and try some tomatoes.
Great.
Are you ready? So finally, while I'm pouring you some wine, our next tip that we're going to talk about is just
be drunk while eating. Tip number 5. What tip are we on?
I don't know.
Okay.
4 or 5.
Tip number 100 is be drunk and everything is delicious.
Everything will taste great. No, so the next tip is just to start small to take a little bit.
All right.
Okay? So I'm going to let you go for what you might like. What do you want to try? You have to try the tomatoes, by the way. Would you like me to make it for you?
Yes, feed me.
Would you like butter or cheese?
Let's try both, but let's start just at butter.
Okay.
And then let's do cheese and let's compare.
Okay. That's great. That's wonderful.
All right.
So actually, I wasn't very prepared. I didn't like.
That's okay. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
I just pulled the butter out of the refrigerator, and so it is not very spreadable. But in the spirit of putting it with things that you like and know and love.
I love bread and I love butter. When I was a kid, I used to eat butter straight out of the refrigerator.
That is actually a true story.
That is actually.
Or you know how if you leave like butter on the on the counter, like baby Mallory.
I was like destined to have a heart attack or something. I don't know, like what is that?
Baby Mallory would just put her finger in the butter that was just resting on the counter.
Yeah,
in my grandmother's kitchen.
I love all unhealthy things. I love all vices.
Well, my hope for you is that you will enjoy a couple of healthy things in addition to the non-healthy things. Okay. So I think I
can commit to that.
You want me to just feed you?
Yes.
I'm gonna need a sip.
You need it. Okay, I need a sip too.
Okay, Natalie.
That's gonna ruin that. I shouldn't have had that. Okay, let me clear my.
Okay. Here we go. Roasted tomatoes.
Have some water to like clear that deliciousness out.
Okay.
All right, you gonna put the whole thing in my mouth or am I biting it?
You can bite it.
All right.
Or unless you want to take the whole thing, you can.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I can't say that I'm like gonna rush to the store and cook me up some tomatoes.
That was only one bite. You know what? You might keep eating. And here's the thing. So I made this the other night for myself. You know, I said, I'm going to live my best life.
Pretty good.
I want to try to figure out how I can eat tomatoes where... I want to try to eat tomatoes where I will enjoy them. And I actually did it with the cheese. Because I'm like, if I'm going to eat tomatoes, then I should make some fancy cheese. So... here's the thing, you may like the cheese because it just felt like very luxurious. I just felt very wealthy when I was eating this cheese.
You felt wealthy?
I did. Okay. I just felt like I was somebody. I just felt like this
Sex in the City?
You know what? I felt more like this is what Michelle Obama eats for a snack.
Okay.
I just felt.
All right, that'll make me take another bite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Put
like
some more of that juice on there.
I just
felt
that's, like, and all this
seasoned,
juice,
all
that's
this juice.
seasoning.
Yeah, you gotta put the juice on there.
That's olive oil and seasoning.
I can't bite it, so we're just gonna have to go for the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, because I got a big old mouth.
All right,
okay.
ready?
A lot. Mm.
What do you think? I guess I should try some too.
Yeah, you should try some too.
What do you think about the cheese?
I mean, yeah, it's good too.
I actually don't need the cheese. Actually, I just got to the point, and see, here's the thing. Like, I'm kind of the queen of eating. Like, I don't want to say nasty things, but I'm not afraid of vegetables.
True.
So.
See, I'm like, you can't bite it. You got to put. You might as well just. Yeah. So I'll talk while you got your mouth full.
Tell us what you're working on. What's going on with you?
Okay, what am I working on? The huge trips, group trips, always. That's always popping. In 2020, the whole point of me doing group trips, thank you, you're so kind, was to kind of bring other people along behind me, right? It's
So
building a community.
If you don't know, tell them what you do, because some people may not know.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Mally. Or some, her kids call me Aunt Mally. That's why she's calling me that this whole episode. I'm a travel blogger. I'm a professional traveler. That's it. I take pictures. I'm fun to be around.
Where can they find you?
It's
the internet.
The internet's. It's brokeassgirltravel on all the social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on everything, brokeassgirltravel.com. So what I was speaking about before is I do group trips, right? So for 2020, I'm allowing some other people, some trusted people, to host some group trips. Hold up.
Oh, yeah. We're listening.
And so I have that coming up. I'm working on a little web series, a little show. All right, feed me. And
Okay. We got a little overexcited, but you know what? I tried to give her a few extra tomatoes because I think that once you get into it, it's not so bad. And it could be that maybe you just don't like the spices on how I spiced it up. Like, maybe if there was something that you were more...
The spices taste good. I don't like the tomatoes.
Really?
Well, it's not that I don't like them. I'm just not in like with them.
Do you think you could get in like with them, starting with this recipe?
You want the truth?
Yes.
I don't know. It's not a love affair. Like, I could tolerate them.
And that was, I guess, my whole point in the other video that I made was like, when you put a reason to why you're eating this, it makes it a whole lot easier to seek out and put this on the side. You know what I mean? Like, if you have some sort of medical condition.
Do like the diced ones. Like,
okay.
What's the one bread with the tomatoes on top?
Bruschetta?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to try a bagel chip?
Let's do some...
Oh, you want to try some
spicy?
Hummus?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do that. On the bread.
Because why not?
Sorry.
Make sure you get some spicy on there.
Okay, I think it's all mixed in, even though the top part was...
Okay, I'm like, because this looks significantly spicy. Isn't that the name of it?
That's fine. Shall
Significant?
I scrape that off and put it right back in there for someone else in this house to eat? There's the significant spice on there.
Thank you. So I'm going to feed myself.
Okay, that's great. Wonderful. So, the whole point of this
I've been enjoying this.
The whole point of this is, and this actually, now that I think about it, has given me another tip that I didn't really think about, is invite a friend to come over and enjoy it with you, because sometimes it's easier to eat food that's healthy or that's vegetables when you do it with somebody else.
Okay, I mean, that's true.
Commiserating
I wouldn't
together.
be eating this without you, but you might lose friends if you pick the wrong.
Well, you should tell them in advance. You should tell them, hey, do you want to come over and eat some cherry tomatoes?
And then I could just be like, no.
Then you could just be like, no. Mm-hmm. Don't invite people over for like dinner or whatever and then just spring that on them. With the hummus, Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I might have just did something. All right. Well,
that's significantly spicy.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this encourages you to go out, try some tomatoes. I will put the recipe up. I will make a video on how I made the tomatoes so you can know exactly what I made on Mally Eats.
Yeah.
And let's just try to eat healthier in 2020. Let's just try to...
If I can eat it, you can eat it.
If she can eat it, you can eat it. It's, you know, it's just a couple of bites. We just took a couple of bites and here we are. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.